Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm. Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. The day is finally here. It's the day of the Pegasus World Cup. It's the second running of the world's richest race. This year, it's $16 million on the line for an elite field of 12, including Horse of the Year, Gunrunner. What will it be? And on top of that, we have 8 stakes, 12 races all together. Let's get right to those track and weather conditions.
The main track fast, the turf course firm. The first race 1 mile and 1/16. These are maiden fillies. 3-year-olds scratch 14 and 16. The jockey on number 15 is Jose Ortiz.
Racing at Gulfstream. From the center, Got Stormy gets the first call with Figarella's Queen being sent for position. Special Trip comes away in the top flight, and so does Nile Rising. Dropping over from an outside gate is Shamrock Babe. She's into the 3 path and about 4 lengths behind. Moy follows between horses. Amertum down toward the inside. Caught a bit wide around that first turn, but now moving forward is Machuda, then back to Special Shot. It's a length back to the outside, and moving now is Haraka, then down to her inside miraculously. Second last is Glitz, and the early trailer is Renewable. They roll into the backstretch after completing a quarter in 24 and 3. Up front, Figarella's Queen and Amisael Jaramillo lead by a neck. Got Stormy in the 2 path is second. Special Trip is now third. A backstretch brush coming from the outside horse Machuda all the way up into third, and now continuing to progress. Racing back to 5th now is Shamrock Babe. Then down at the inside goes Nile Rising. Sandwiched between horses is Showgirl. Smart Shot in the Calumet colors is mid-flight, about 6 lengths off the lead. Amertum down toward the inside, followed by Moy, then Renewable, trying to run on miraculously. Haraka's 3 wide, and Glitz is last as they round the far turn. Figarella's Queen maintains the lead, leads by a neck. Got Stormy is second. Special Trip put into the clear, 3 wide to make a move. Smart Shot is into 4th. Running on between horses is Showgirl, then Amertum, who's down toward the rail, and they're at the top of the stretch. It's Got Stormy who's set down for the drive and takes a narrow lead. Special Trip into the clear and closing ground, second down the outside, and Amertum surging with a big late run. Amertum a bit green, shifting ground, but trying to get to Figarella's Queen, who just took the lead again. Figarella's Queen, but Amertum very green, but very good. Amertum wins by a half a length from Figarella's Queen second, and Special Trip ran third in 1:43 and 2. Pegasus World Cup Day underway in South Florida.
Number 1, Amertum closes to win the opener and pays $19.20. Owned by Wertmeyer and Freer, trained by Todd Fletcher, and ridden to victory today by John Velasquez. The second race, a 7-furlong sprint. These are maiden filly 3-year-olds. Scratch to 5, twice as magical. Blinkers off, number 7, Secret Pleasure.
And they're off. From the outside, Beyond Grace begins nicely. Secret Pleasure has speed. From the rail, Vitami is not far away as they link up with the main course. Moving between horses, Take Charge Delilah now makes it a party. She's going to land second behind Vitami. Secret Pleasure is third. Here's the favorite, Cash, improving inside for Castellano, away in 4th now. On a length in front of the team of East Moon, and on her inside, Romantic Moment. Then it's another length back to the inside, and Muchacha Una with Beyond Grace. Knifing between horses, both divide by 3, and Coach Rocks. Coach Rocks situated about 6.5 lengths off the pace setter. Then it's a length and a half to Beyond Grace, who broke well but is now being outrun. A length and a half in front of Soar from Shadows, and the trailer is Frozen Queen as they move around the far turn. The opening quarter was 22 and 2, and Vitami at a big number, 99 to 1, leads the way a length and a quarter. Cash continues to progress nicely, eased into the clear at the 3/8 mark, and now moving to challenge. Secret Pleasure is third. Racing from 4th, that's East Moon. She's 4 wide but in contention. Running on, Take Charge Delilah, also needing some place to go. Romantic Moment, and they're at the top of the stretch. Taking over the lead is Cash. She now sets sail for the money, leads by 2. Romantic Moment set down between horses with Take Charge Delilah. A late run coming, and if she can get out from Coach Rocks inside the final furlong, and Cash is still clear by 2. Take Charge Delilah gaining, but not quickly enough. Cash is very green, but Cash is clear, and Cash will win it. Take Charge Delilah was second, Romantic Moment third, then Secret Pleasure, and running on, Coach Rocks to complete your high 5 in 1:24 and 3.
Number 2, Cash, scores very impressively, owned by Cortland Farm, trained by Mark Hennig, and ridden to victory today by Javier Castellano. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have race number 3.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Welcome back. Our third race of the afternoon, 1 mile and 1/2 on the firm turf course. It is the 49th running of the La Pravallante Grade 3 event, $200,000 guaranteed. 7 will go to the post.
And they're off in the La Pravallante. Good start from the outside for Terralina. Down at the inside, Miss Nancy and Bowley not far away. Daring Duchess makes it 4 horses across the course as they run to the far turn the first time. The 3 at the back are Summersault, Apple Betty, and Texting. Up front, the leaders still contending the early pace, and Daring Duchess wants the lead pretty bad, and now she'll stride clear to a length advantage. Racing in second is Bowley. Terralina backs off third. Texting is now fourth. Apple Betty is 3 wide around the first of 3 turns, racing ahead of Miss Nancy. She broke well, but she settled in second last, and Summersault, who does her best running later, is last of the 7 and about 7 lengths off the lead of Daring Duchess. They wheel in front of us for the first time, and Daring Duchess leads it by 2 over Bowley in second. Terralina is third. Apple Betty kept out in the center of the course, racing in fourth. Texting is fifth, Miss Nancy is sixth, and Summersault is last. They carved an opening quarter in 23 3.5 mile and 48 1, so they're moving right along with 1 lap to go. Daring Duchess and jockey Jose Ortiz lead by 2 over Bowley in second. Racing in third is Apple Betty, and on her inside is Terralina. So Apple Betty going to be 3 wide on the second turn as well, a length and a half in front of Texting. Then Summersault, and Miss Nancy is now last. Into the clubhouse turn they go, and the leader is still Daring Duchess. Ortiz trying to get her to relax for a mid-race breather, and she leads the way a length and a quarter. Into second is Terralina. Bowley tucked in third. 3 wide and Apple Betty from fourth, a gap of 2.5 to Summersault, who improves inside of Texting, and the trailer is still Miss Nancy. That's the 7 of them as they pass 3 quarters in 1:13 flat, and they head to the final half mile of the contest. It's Daring Duchess on the board at 5-1. She leads the way by a half. Apple Betty creeping a bit closer second. Bowley at the inside third. Terralina's back to fourth ahead of Texting, 3 wide and getting underway. Summersault will try to negotiate some traffic trouble. She's down toward the rail, and Miss Nancy's being outrun as they round the far turn. They go now with 3 furlongs to run, and Daring Duchess yet to be reeled in. She leads by 2. Apple Betty is all in and not responding as Texting comes to challenge the leader. Terralina is back in the fight, and so is Summersault, and they're at the top of the stretch. Here's Texting looping up on the outside of Daring Duchess, who tries to fend her off. 2.5 back to Summersault, and on the outside in Terralina. Final furlong, Texting has the lead. Back to second is Daring Duchess, then Terralina and Summersault, but the 2018 La Pravallante will go to Texting. Texting 1.5 a length. Daring Duchess was second. It's close for third, maybe Terralina over Summersault, then Bowley in 2:27 and 4.
Number 5, Texting, closes to win it for Sarah Sharp Farish, trained by Chad Brown, and that gives jockey Javier Castellano his second victory on today's card. The 4th race, a 1 mile maiden event for 3-year-olds, scratch number 8, scratch number 12.
And they're off. Good start out wide for Life's a Parlay. Watch Chan also begins with speed. Moving up toward the inside, Traveling Midas has some foot. Also rushing between horses, the Green Moster. So as they exit the chute, it will be the favorite, Life's a Parlay, coming away with a narrow lead. Down at the inside, Traveling Midas is alongside numero 13, second and third. Working between that pair is the Green Moster, followed outside by Watch Chen. Rose's Vision is widest of all. A bit keen behind them is Demolition, with Top Secret Indy moving up toward the rail. 3 back to Mr. Mac, and the trailer, Personal Time. Down the backstretch they go, and up front, the leader is Life's a Parlay by an Eck. Traveling Midas is there, second, and applying pressure to the favorite. 2 back to Rose's Vision, third. Watch Chen is fourth and in a bit tight. So is numero 13. At the inside, that's Top Secret Indy. Then moving up on the outside goes Demolition with a green Moster trying to rebid. 3 back to Mr. Mac and Personal Time, and nothing yet from Pendrell Moon. They round the far turn at the 3 furlong point, and the leader is Life's a Parlay, but he can't shake free of Traveling Midas, who's sticking right with them. These two have quickened up at the 5/16 and opened well clear of the rest, led by Demolition, who's trying to run on the outside of Rose's Vision. Then comes Watch Chen, and they're at the top of the stretch. This battle continues. Life's a Parlay now given a green light by Johnny V to try to quicken up, and he does exactly that. At even money, Life's a Parlay settles into the lane, crossing ahead of Traveling Midas and well clear of Personal Time. Personal Time really rolling, time ticking away. Life's a Parlay trying to get home. Personal Time's going to make this close. Life's a Parlay, Personal Time. Life's a Parlay won it. Personal Time ran out of racetrack second ahead of Traveling Midas third, then Demolition and numero 13.
Number 13, Life's a Parlay, wins and gives jockey John Velasquez his second win on the card, and also trainer Todd Pletcher's second victory today, owned by St. Elias Stable and Rapoli Stable. The 5th race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. These are maiden 3-year-olds, scratch number 14, scratch number 15, the off-time favorite number 6, Nipawa.
And they're off. From the inside, Mathematician, one of the first to break the line. Moving up on the outside, Gunnison has some speed. Here's the gray, finished up the challenge and takeover, quickly tackled by Sergeant Drive as they race to the finish line the first time. It's finished in front from Thy Kingdom Come, who moves to be second. Sergeant Drive between horses, Mathematician down toward the inside. Up on the outside, it's Gunnison. He'll be 3 wide for a first turn try. Then on the far outside goes Sir Sahib, working between horses. And in tight, there was Pianta Grane. Also right in that cluster of horses goes Empirically. He's situated about 6 lengths off the pace setter. Then to his outside goes Sensational Sam ahead of Hampton Point. A half a length back to the outside, and Nipawa, then Friendly Giant, and the trailer is River Birch. Into the backstretch they go, and Finished has the lead. He leads now by 3 parts of a length. Racing in second is Thy Kingdom Come. Up on the inside, Nipawa has now saved ground to be a joint third on the outside of Gunnison. Then comes Sergeant Drive. It's a length back to the outside to Sir Sahib. Mathematician is toward the rail. He's better than 6 lengths off the pace setter ahead of Pianta Grane. Then it's Empirically who's at the rail in the yellow colors, about 7 off the pace setter. 3 wide goes Sensational Sam, working 2.5 clear of River Birch, and the 2 at the back remain Hampton Point and Friendly Giant. Around the far turn they go, 3/4, 1:13 and 2 as they run to the top of the stretch. It's Finished with the lead. Gunnison set down for the drive on the outside. Nipawa needs some place to go. He's going to try to knife between horses. Not much room yet. Nipawa now secures racing room, and here he comes. Nipawa at the 8th pole takes the lead. Mathematician tries to split the rail move on the outside, and Sergeant Drive Empirically shaking loose late, but the winner will be Nipawa. Give Johnny V 3 on the card. Nipawa by 2.5. Sergeant Drive was second. Third was Mathematician. Close for 4th, maybe Empirically in 1:44 flat.
What a day for jockey John Velasquez. He gets his 3rd win on the favorite number 6, Nipawa, owned by Chief Woods Stable and trained by Mark Cassie. The 6th race, 5 furlongs on the turf. It's the 9th running of the ladies' turf sprint. 12 runners in the field. The off-time favorite, number 12, Blue Bahia.
Racing in the ladies' turf sprint. Out wide, Blue Bahia gets the first call. Girls Know Best runs with her in the early stages. Away between horses is Just a Lady alongside Just Talkin'. Settling in 5th is Cherry Lodge, racing ahead of Brandy's Girl, who's trying to get over. Code Warrior to her inside, followed by Sylphide, then Pretty Perfection and Go-Kart. 3 in front of Wealthy Shipman, and Cousin Claire is last of the 12 as they fly around the far turn. Up the inside, it's Girls Know Best to lead a half a length over the favorite Blue Bahia second. Just Talkin' third, Just a Lady is now 4th. Following 5th is Cherry Lodge, and then to the inside, Code Warrior. Pretty Perfection looking to get out, bumping into Brandy's Girl and sending Sylphide to the parking lot as they swing in. Girls Know Best tries to repel the challenge from Blue Bahia. Just Talkin', charging hard from 3rd, then Just a Lady on the outside. Blue Bahia is being eased. A late run from Pretty Perfection as Girls Know Best is clear to the finish. Girls Know Best in front. Just Talking second, Cherry Lodge third, then Just a Lady and Pretty Perfection.
Number 1, Girls Know Best, closes. Jockey Javier Castellano gets his third victory of the day, owned by Brian Chevert and Eddie Keneally, trained by Eddie Keneally. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have race number 7, the 33rd running of the Fred W. Hooper.
And Go Zepper is pulling away. Go Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Go Zepper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Welcome back. 7th race, the 33rd running of the Fred W. Hooper Grade 3 event, $175,000 guaranteed. Scratch number 9, Game Over. Scratch number 11, Dreaming of Gold. The off-time favorite, number 8, Tommy Macho.
And they're off in the Fred Hooper Stakes. Moves Like Ali, one of the first to begin, with 8 Town moving to challenge at the rail. Tale of Silence is looking for position, and First Growth marches between horses as Moves Like Ali clears off. Moves Like Ali and Irad Ortiz Jr. sharp out of the chute. They lead by 2 over First Growth in second. In between horses, it's 8 Town up on the outside. That's Tommy Macho. At the inside, Tale of Silence. Looking for room is Batista on Conquest Big E. He's sandwiched between horses, only 3 lengths off the lead. He's 2 in front of Beasley. The 2 at the back, Giuseppe the Great and Fremento. Opening quarter, 24 seconds flat. Moves Like Ali has pressure now from First Growth, who turns up the heat now second. 3 wide and Tommy Macho from third at the inside, and Tale of Silence is fourth. He'll need a way through. 8 Town will have to come from off the speed today with Conquest Big E 3 wide. Giuseppe the Great is rallying inside of Beasley, and Fremento is last through a 46-2 opening half mile. They speed around the far turn in the Fred Hooper. First Growth let out a notch by Gerardo Corrales and leads by an X. Tommy Macho is second. Here's the gray. Conquest Big E traveling well into the race now. He's third. Looking for room fourth is Tale of Silence from the back in Fremento with Giuseppe the Great, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3 quarters, 1:10.3. Up front, Luis Saez shakes up Tommy Macho and has to deal with Conquest Big E on the outside. These two shoulder to shoulder for an 1/8 of a mile more. Inside, Tommy Macho gamely hanging on to the lead. One more time in Conquest Big E. Tommy Macho's almost there, and he'll win it. It's Tommy Macho to win the Fred Hooper 3 parts of a length. Second, Conquest Big E. Third was Tale of Silence, followed by Giuseppe the Great and Fremento in 136 flat.
Tommy Macho scores, pays $6.20, and gives trainer Todd Pletcher his third victory today, ridden to victory by our leading rider Luis Saez and owned by Paul Pampa Jr. The 8th race, the 51st running of the W.L. McKnight Grade 3 event, 1 mile and 1/2 on a firm turf course, $200,000 guaranteed. The off-time favorite, number 5, Bullard's Alley.
And they're off in the W.L. McKnight. Level beginning. DeRocher was away well, so was Mr. Cub, and on the far outside, moving closer, Infinite Wisdom. Rushing between horses is Bullard's Alley. Paco wants to get some position and the inside spot. He'll do both as he gets fourth behind the top 3. So as they race to the far turn for the first time, Infinite Wisdom into Torrey trying to get over. DeRocher trying to deny him that opportunity. He'll now take back to be second. Mr. Cub is left in the 2 path to race on from third. Then back to Oscar-nominated Bullard's Alley. Far outside in Gold Shield, working between horses is Final Copy. It's a length back to Mark It Off and Nessie at the back of the field as they wheel into the stretch for the first time. Up front, Infinite Wisdom has the lead. He'll now try to back down the speed. DeRocher is down inside with Mr. Cub a joint second. Oscar nominated, and the white and red colors of the Ramses follows along fourth, about 3 lengths off the lead. Bullard's Alley parked at the paint for Paco. Racing between horses is Final Copy. Gold Shield is 3 wide with Mark It Off second last, and the trailer is Nessie. 1 lap to run on the W.L. McKnight, and the leader is Infinite Wisdom through a 50 1/2 mile. Goes into the clubhouse turn with the advantage of 1 1/4. Second belongs to Mr. Cub with Oscar nominated on the outside. Down at the rail, it's DeRocher. Then working between horses is Final Copy, 3 wide Gold Shield. Bullard's Alley is at the rail. He'll need a way through. And then it's a length back to Mark It Off, and the trailer is Nessie, separated by 6 lengths with less than 1 mile to run. They wheel into the backstretch. 1:16 and 1 for 3/4. 3/4, and up the backstretch they go. The leader still is Infinite Wisdom. DeTore's put all the numbers up here. He leads at 1.5 lengths over Mr. Cub second. DeRocher is third. Oscar Nominated is fourth. As the leader starts to quicken up a bit now. Bullard's Alley is fifth, and down toward the inside, he's still really got no place to go. 3 wide is Gold Shield in between horses, final copy. Then back to Mark It Off. He follows the move of Bullard's Alley while second last, and trying to get started while moving wide is Leparoux on Nessie. All 9 in with the chance as they swing around the far turn. With the lead, it's still up front. It's Infinite Wisdom by a neck. Mr. Cub is now second. Oscar Nominated, 3 wide and on the attack third. DeRocher is next. Bullard's Alley hemmed in traffic. Gold Shield's been wide throughout. Ducking to the inside, Mark It Off, and they're at the top of the stretch. With the lead, Oscar Nominated comes away with a 2-length lead. Into the clear now, trying to get after him is Bullard's Alley on the outside, and Gold Shield back to fourth, and from last is Nessie. 1/16 of a mile to go. Oscar Nominated the leader. Here's Nessie with a late push, and between Bullard's Alley, it's Oscar Nominated. Oscar Nominated gets the call on the WL McKnight and 2:30 flat.
Number 7, Oscar Nominated, scores for Ken and Sarah Ramsey, trained by Mike Maker and ridden by a Clips-winning jockey, Jose Ortiz. The 9th race, 7 furlongs. It's the 21st running of the Hurricane Birdie Grade 3 event, presented by Fasig-Tipton, $175,000 guaranteed. Jockey on the 11, Joel Rosario. On the 12, it's Nick Juarez.
And they're off in the Hurricane Birdie. Marley's Freedom was a step slow and is last early. Good start for Spice Lady from the center, and she goes out for a clear advantage from Curlin's Approval and those yellow blinkers racing between horses. Down at the inside, Apology Not Accepted, followed by Magali. Out wide on the course, it's Moonlit Promise, then down inside Charran alongside Bodacious Babe. It's a gap of 3 to Nona Mella, who's allowed to settle mid-flight and about 5 lengths behind. Rich Mommy's to her inside. Then it's Money or Love's third last. Second last, Jordan's Henny, and after missing the break, Marley's Freedom and Mike Smith are last of the 12 with half a mile to go. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Spice Lady kept off the fence and in front again by a head. Apology Not Accepted right alongside second. Moonlit Promise poised to strike third. Bodacious Babe needs some place to go. Jimenez going to try an inside lane. Back fifth and trying to run on Curlin's Approval. 3 in front of Rich Mommy, who's underway. Then Magali and Jordan's Henny. That's all for Charran. Never involved Nona Mella, and Marley's Freedom's been last throughout with a 1/4 mile left to go. Moonlit Promise issues the challenge to Spice Lady. Bodacious Babe cuts the corner and tries to run with them down the outside in Curlin's Approval. A late run from long shot Jordan's Henny. Final 1/8 of a mile, still many chances. Curlin's Approval has the lead. Jordan's Henny trying to get out. If she does, she's dangerous, and here she comes. Jordan's Henny and Tyler Gaffleone surging up to win the Hurricane Birdie. Jordan's Henny gets it. Second was Curlin's Approval. Third was Rich Mommy, then Moonlit Promise. It's a 50-1 shocker to kick off the late pick 4.
Boom, light up the tote board. Number 2, Jordan's Henny, pays $120 to win. Owned by E. Irvin Woodley and Ralph Kinder, trained by Mike Tomlinson, and ridden to victory today by Tyler Gaffleone. $120 to win. The 10th race is the 9th running of the Gulfstream Park Turf Sprint. $175,000 guaranteed. 4-year-olds end up with 5 furlongs on the turf.
And they're off in the Gulfstream Park Turf Sprint. It was a perfect beginning for a variety of horses, including Successful Native, who's hustled out for the early lead. Pay Any Price, ridden by Zayas to try to get over in between horses. Conquest Enforcer is away third. Good spot for Richard's Boy. Rosario has him fourth, and about 4 lengths, a hot and heavy duel. Then back to Pool Winner, and on the inside, Rainbow Air, followed by Oak Bluffs. Blind Ambition is 3 wide. Jaguar Paws between horses, 2 in front of Tombalane, and the trailer is Sir Navigator. And outrunning the speed was Successful Native. Successful Native has inside position in a narrow lead, but Pay Any Price comes to call on the outside second. Richard's Boy going to try to get to the top pair third, but it's the local horses who turn first with the lead. Successful Native by 2. Pay Any Price is all in. Rainbow Air motors down the center with a late run from Oak Bluffs. Also right there is Richard Boy, but Rainbow Air kicking away with authority. Rainbow Air and Irad Ortiz Jr. to win the Gulfstream Park Turf Sprint. Oak Bluffs was second. Richard's Boy third. Close after that.
The winner closes Rainbow Air. The score, Irad Ortiz Jr., the jockey, owned by New Farm and trained by Jason Service. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the 11th race, the first half of the late Daily Double.
passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Welcome back. Our 11th race of the afternoon, the 10th running of the South Beach, $125,000 guaranteed stake race for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up at about 7 1/2 furlongs on the turf. Scratch the number 7, My Sister's Sledge.
And they're off in the South Beach Stakes. Toward the inside, Conquest Hard Candy is being ridden for the early lead from Team of Teams, who comes away in second. Storm the Hills away in the top flight, and so is Ghostly Presence. She'll be caught about 4 wide as they charge into the first turn. Ducking over from the high draw was Celestine to race mid-flight and only 4 lengths off the lead. At the inside, and I'm Betty G, followed by Miss Hollywood. On her outside is Perdona. Then it's a gap of another 2 lengths back to Always Thinking, with Wested at the rail and 2.5 to the trailer. Stormy Victoria, she's a stretch runner, so she's last early as they roll into the backstretch. The opening quarter went in 23-1, fairly stiff tempo being set by Conquest Hard Candy. She leads 3 parts of a length. Team of Teams in the 2 path is second. 3 wide and Storm the Hill third. I'm Betty G is at the rail fourth, followed fifth by Ghostly Presence. Then comes Celestine. It's a length back to Perdona, racing ahead of Miss Hollywood. Westet ridden quietly while third last. Second last is Always Thinking, and not unleashed yet is Stormy Victoria. She's last of all, 9 lengths off the lead as they round the far turn. 46-4 for the opening half mile. It's the local horse, Conquest Hard Candy, who's at the quarter pole with the advantage. Team of Teams on the outside second. I'm Betty G looks to get into the clear now. She's up the inside from third. Storm the Hill is next. Celestine let go, and Stormy Victoria from last. She's exploding for Joel Rosario with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Here's Stormy Victoria, who storms to the lead from Celestine, who's right with her. These two, but Stormy Victoria goes last to first to win. She won 3 parts of a length from Celestine, was second, close for third. I'm Betty G, you're Always Thinking, and 129 flat.
Number 9, Stormy Victoria, closes to win it for trainer Christophe Clement. And he also has the second place finisher, number 11, Celestine. The 9 paid $8.60 to win, owned by Tango Uniform Racing Elkstone Group, trained by Christophe Clement, and ridden to victory today by Joel Rosario. The 12th race, 1 mile and 1/8. It's the second running of the Pegasus World Cup Invitational Grade 1, $16 million purse. Scratch both also eligible entries. Number 13, Giuseppe the Great, and number 14, Game Over.
And they're off in the Pegasus World Cup. Beautiful beginning for Gunrunner, and Florent Giroux wasting no time. He's going to use some of his speed to get position, but Mike Smith has beat him to the punch as Collected moves to the rail and moves to the lead. It's Collected in front. Gunrunner gets the spot he wants. He's second in the 2 path with West Coast at the inside third. Followed fourth by Giant Expectation. Sharp Aztec is a bit keen, angled 3 wide while racing in fifth. It's 2 back to Toast of New York mid-flight and 5 lengths off the pace setter. Then comes War Story and Gunnavera. Seeking the Soul is next, followed by Stellar Wind and Fear the Cowboy, and Singing Bullet is last of the 12 as they roll into the backstretch. The opening quarter, 23-2. Down the backstretch they go. Collected has the lead. Horse of the Year, Gunrunner, latched onto him well second from Giant Expectations in third. West Coast is at the inside fourth, a length better than Sharp Aztec a fifth. Then Toast of New York sixth and about 5 lengths off the lead. 2 in front of Seeking the Soul, who improves inside of War Story. Then Gunnavera and Stellar Wind. Fear the Cowboy given the green light to try to make some ground, and Singing Bullet is still last as they swing around the far turn. 46-3 for the opening half mile. Slowly but surely, Gunrunner turns up the pressure, and there he goes. Gunrunner at the 3 furlong point now takes the lead. Collected is all in. West Coast working into the clear now, and the Travers winner is going to try to get to the Breeders' Cup winner as they go to the quarter-mile pole. Giant Expectations is scrubbed on by Gary Stevens with Sharp Aztec wide. It's a less than a quarter of a mile to go. 3 quarters, 1:10-1, and they're at the top of the stretch. Gunrunner set down for the drive by Florent Giroux. He leads by 2. West Coast, the only one with a chance. He's second. Well clear of the others. A battle on for third with Fear the Cowboy coming on. Gunrunner needs another 16th. It's Gunrunner in front. He'll go out a winner. He's the horse of the year, and he's Gunrunner with an unforgettable performance in the Pegasus World Cup. He won by by 2 over West Coast second. The local horses did well. Ganavera got third, Fear the Cowboy was fourth, and the final time was 1:47.2. Gunrunner.
Number 10, Gun Runner, the horse of the year, wins the Pegasus World Cup and pays $4.20 to win. Owned by Winchell Thoroughbreds LLC, 3 Chimneys, trained by Steve Asmussen. Ridden today perfectly by Florent Giroux. The pick 5 of 5, paid $8,630.80, 4 of 5, $23.45. In the pick 6 of 6, $11,550.02. The carryover mandatory payout on Sunday, $3,991,012. That has to go on Sunday.
Thank you for joining us for the second running of the Pegasus World Cup. That's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow on Sunday to close out this racing week with 12 races on tap. We'll see you there.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.